Welcome. In this session, we will talk about reasoning and mathematical aptitude questions for NET Paper 1, the 12th October 2022 paper. Now, there are two statements. The length of the tree increases at a rate of 5% every year on the previous year. If the initial was 2 feet, right? So it's 2 feet, it would increase 0.5% every year, so 0.5. So I can write it as 105 by 5 into 105 by 100, by 100. So 5%, that means 105 by 100 into 105 by 100. I solve this, I get it somewhere around 2.31. So the increase would be minus 2, which is 0.31. So 0.31 feet increase in 3 years. Statement 1 gets correct here. Statement 2 says a vendor sells an item for 56, making a profit of 40. If the cost price is 40, let the cost price be 40. Now profit is 40% on 40. So 40% of 40 is how much? Is 16. I add the cost price plus profit and that could give me selling price. So 40 plus 16 gives me 56. That makes my selling price 56 as quoted. So again my statement 2 is correct. So here both statement 1 and 2 are true. So 1 becomes the right option in this question. Very simple question, but based on a statement basis. The next question is again an interesting question. Similar questions are asked often on simple logic based question. Every hour the number of bacteria doubles. If the original number was 100, okay, so what would happen on the first hour? It would become 200. On the second hour, what would it become? 400. Now 50 bacteria are removed every 2 hours. So on the second hour, 50 bacteria are removed. So how many left? 350. On the third hour, it doubles again, so it becomes 700. Fourth hour, it doubles again, so it becomes 1400. Again, 50 bacteria is removed, so 1350. On the fifth hour, it doubles again, so 1350 multiplied by 2, so that's 2700. So how many bacteria are there? 2700 bacteria are there. A similar kind of questions could be asked where the number of bacteria removed are not mentioned, or rather than being removed every 2 hours, they could be removed every hour, they could be removed every 3 hours. So there could be different combinations that could come up here. The next is a very simple question on direction problem. Every time either you would have one question on direction or one question on blood relation. So here is Ramesh. Ramesh goes north. So Ramesh goes where? Goes north. Then he turns right. Now from the north, what is right? This side is the right. So he would go right. Now he turns right again. Now he is facing in this direction. What would be the right? Right would be down. So he would go right again. Now once he is this way, what would be the right? Now finally he goes towards the left, not right. So now once he is here, this is my right hand, so right is here, this is my left, so left would be here. So this would be the direction in which Ramesh would go. So what is this direction? If this is north, this is south, this is east, this is west, the direction in which Ramesh is going is east. So east becomes the right option here. The next question, again a very important question from statistics. We have added specific sections on statistics in the paper 1 course. Don't miss those videos by any chance, extremely important. So first of all, this question talks about quantitative, that means parametric research. Now in parametric, if there are 2 groups, t-test can be applied, but if there are more than 2 groups, what we require is ANOVA. So analysis of variance, which is also called as ANOVA, becomes the right option here because we are comparing across 3 groups and therefore it is ANOVA. Now these 3 groups, if compared on 1 parameter, it would be ANOVA. If they are compared on 2 parameters, it would be a 2-way ANOVA. And that's how we differentiate it. And since it's parametric test, it is quantitative in nature. So 4 becomes your right option. Correlation would be on 2 factors. Chi-square would be non-parametric. Regression again between 2 factors. And then we do have multiple regression and multiple correlation. But we won't go into the depth because that's not core statistics here. The next is again a very important question, which is most sophisticated measure of dispersion of distribution. So standard deviation, we say, is the most standardized method. And if there are few extreme scores, mode would be the most appropriate measure. Now this is questionable. Why? Because median becomes the right answer. Whenever there are extreme scores, even if there are few or more, they would affect what? They would affect the mode and they would also affect the mean, but median remains unaffected because median only focuses on mid value, mean focuses on average. So even if there is one extreme value, let's say every value is 0, 10, 15 and one value is 200, so that mean would vary or change because of that value of 200 if all the rest values are from 0 to 100, and this mode would also change because even if one value is 200, you would have 200. There could be a variation in the extreme scores because some of the extreme scores could be so high. Let's say there are only 3 values which are 200, but all other values between 0 to 10 are single values. Okay, so those 3 values in itself could actually deviate the complete result. Okay, so in this case, what is best option would be median. So here we would say what, that both the statements are false statements. So this is another important topic that we have covered, which pertain to reasoning, mathematical and statistical approach. Statistics is a little new segment which has been witnessed in these papers recently. The real reason is, if you want to go into research, have a research aptitude, you must have a sound statistical knowledge. So this was about the questions here. For more information, follow the links below and the question details are given in the description below.